To find the pH of the following samples by using pH paper or universal indicator. 1. Dilute hydrochloric acid. 2. Dilute sodium hydroxide NaOH solution. 3. Dilute ethanoic acid solution. 4. Lemon juice. 5. Water. 6. Dilute sodium bicarbonate solution. Apparatus required: strips of pH paper, 6 test tubes and a test tube rack. Dropper washed with distilled water, standard pH color chart, glazed tile. Chemicals required: dilute hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide solution, dilute ethanoic acid, lemon juice, sodium bicarbonate solution, beaker containing distilled water. Procedure: rinse each of the test tubes with about 2 ml of distilled water only and place them in the test tube rack. Pour about 2 ml of distilled water in each of the test tubes. Now in the first test tube add about 1 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid and label it A. In the second test tube add about 1 ml of sodium hydroxide solution and label it B. In the third test tube add about 1 ml of ethanoic acid and label it C. In the fourth test tube add about 1 ml of lemon juice and label it D. In the fifth test tube, add 1 ml of water and label it E. In the sixth test tube, add about 1 ml solution of sodium bicarbonate and label it F. Shake the contents of each test tube thoroughly. Take 6 strips of good quality pH paper and place them flat on the dry glazed white tile. On these papers, mark the letter A for first test tube, B for second test tube, C for third test tube, D for fourth test tube, E for fifth test tube, and F for the sixth test tube. Take the dropper and suck in the contents of the first test tube A. Pour 1 drop of the contents on the pH paper labelled A. Repeat the experiment by pouring a drop of the contents of B, C, D, E and F test tubes respectively on the relevant pH paper. Match the color change in the pH paper with the standard pH color chart. You observe that color change in pH paper in case of sample A matches with the color of pH 1 in the standard pH color chart. Color change in pH paper in case of sample B matches with the color of pH 14 in the standard pH color chart. Color change in pH paper in case of sample C matches with the color of pH 3 in the standard pH color chart. Color change in pH paper in case of sample D matches with the color of pH 2 in the standard pH color chart. Color change in pH paper in case of sample E matches with the color of pH 7 in the standard pH color chart. Color change in pH paper in case of sample F matches with the color of pH 9 in standard pH color chart. Conclusions. The sample A of hydrochloric acid has pH 1 and hence is acidic in nature. The sample B of sodium hydroxide solution has pH 14 and hence is basic in nature. The sample C of ethanoic acid solution has pH 3 and hence is acidic in nature. The sample D of lemon juice has pH 2 and hence is acidic in nature. The sample E of water has pH 7 and hence is neutral in nature. The sample F of sodium bicarbonate solution has pH 9 and hence is basic in nature.